Okay, math. Have you ever looked at a ruler and thought, why are there bigger numbers on one side and then smaller numbers on the other? Well, this is why. So in the world, let me back that up. There are two different ways to report measuring. You can report measuring using what's called the customary system, which is what's in the United States, which is what I've been talking about for the past week. Inches, feet, yards. Remember, this is an inch, this is a foot, and then your leg is a yard, about. And there's also something else called the metric system. The metric system is what the whole world uses, with the exception of us and a few other countries. So on a ruler, remember I showed you these are inches. That's 1 inch, 2 inch. We learned that's 12 inches, so this is 1 foot. On the other side are what are called centimeters. 1 centimeter is about how wide your pinky is. Not exact, but about. And centimeters are what they use in France, and they use it in Japan, and they use it in Australia, and they use it in England, and they use it in Mexico. They use it everywhere. So when Jack and Jake and Rhett were born, I told my parents, oh my gosh, they're so healthy. They are 20, like I think they were around 20, like 19 and a half inches long for the baby. If you lived in England or Mexico or Australia, I would have said that they are about 42 centimeters long. So it's a different unit totally. So in the United States, we use what's called customary. We have, the United States is one of the few countries. There's inches, foot, yards, there's mile, there's tons of other ones. So I just want to talk about these. And then all over the world, they use what's called the metric system, and centimeters and meters. So centimeters are about 1 of your finger thing. So if you measure your nose in centimeters, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. So my nose is about 4 centimeters. In, this is a meter. Remember, this is also a yardstick. The yardsticks, though, stops, actually no, I'm sorry, this is not a yard. This is actually a yardstick. You can see the centimeters on the back of this. And it actually is not a whole meter. I just bought this at Ace Hardware. A whole meter would go all the way to 100, and that would make, so it'd probably be about that much longer, and that would make 1 meter. So a yardstick and a meter stick are about as long as your leg, okay? So I'm going to attach a video which kind of talks about how units of measure first started back in Egypt with the pharaoh. Like this would be what's called a span. They talk about a bunch of other things. And then I'll come back after. So you'll have 3 videos to watch today. Okay.